Hi, what up, YouTube? This is No Cap, No Filter. I'm your host, Molly G, back at y'all on an episode of Running With You. And today we got to run about Nemesis, man. I usually do reactions or, talk about dating and stuff. But every now and then, if a series or a movie is, very popular within the culture, I like to come back and give my review on it and share my thoughts. And boy, oh boy, I got a lot to talk about Nemesis, man. First of all, I really enjoyed the series. I think it was a breath of fresh air within the series. We don't really get too many high series, especially with a mostly black cast and a urban type of feel to it. Like I really enjoyed it, and on top of that, I do believe that it came from one of the people that worked on Power. I believe it was a lady actually, and I think 50 Cent. I guess they went their separate ways, or 50 Cent let her go, and she said, "Okay, cool." She went ahead, did her own thing, and she came out with this. So shouts out to whoever that sister is. If I'm wrong about that, y'all can fact check that and lay it down in the comments and share the actual, story behind it. So put the real facts out there. But neither the less, let's go ahead on and just talk about the series and what my thoughts was. First of all, I love heist movies. I love heist series. I like stuff that really have a plan detailed out and they try to go head on and see that plan through. The only thing I didn't like about this, they didn't really, you know, have the plans and go over the plans and really try to get everything in order. Like I like heist movies where they gotta go get everybody together. They go over the blueprint. They go over everything. They go, as far as to practicing. Getting the layout. Like I like stuff like that. That's why I used to like Money Heist. And this series right here is more than just heist. It's a love story. It's a lot of a lot of stuff that throw you for a curve. A lot of plot twists, a lot of back and forth. This remind me of if Heat Trapped in the Closet and let me see, Heat Trapped in the Closet and damn, what's another what does this remind me of? I know for sure it remind me of Heat because the last scene when he was doing the shootout, that had to be like a Heat reference. Well, not the last scene, but the last robbery when they hit the street and they had the whole shootout with the cops. Definitely a Heat reference if you know about heist movies. And it definitely reminded me of Trapped in the Closet because all these people kind of intertwine some way, somehow, coincidentally, conveniently. It seemed like everybody knows somebody some way, somehow, and they intertwine. But yeah, man, I definitely think that they did a good job with the cast. I definitely think they did a good job with the cameras. I definitely think they did a good job with, the storyline. A couple of things with the storyline, it was just, done for dramatic purposes. But for the most part, I think Coltrane character killed it. I think he really carried it. I think what his name is, Stowe. I think he killed it. He really carried it. He looked just like Dak Prescott, which is funny. But I think I think the cop, he reminded me of Genuine slash goddamn damn what that boy name is in that damn what's his name in that show. It probably will come to me, but he reminded me of him. Him and Dion character, they couldn't really act too much, but the storyline and the way the camera was looking and all that, it kind of saved their acting. Plus Coltrane acting, it saved it. But man, let me get to the story. Basically, the cop character, the whole premises of the show is basically he's no different than these criminals, you know, because these criminals, like his father, mainly, they put more into the streets than their own family, and a lot of the whole show was about being a man and being there for your family. To whereas Coltrane, he was kind of there for his girl, but in some aspects they were saying he wasn't there for his girl because he should have got his girl up out of there, but he was too focused in on male ego, trying to go tit for tat with the cop. With the cop, his name is Isaiah, by the way. So basically, him and Isaiah just got this whole male ego thing going on, and they going tit for tat. That's the other movie I think this remind me of. Catch Me If You Can. If you've never seen that movie, I suggest you watch. That shit is good. You know, with a little bit of American Gangster, but their ego is so, you know, strong on beating each other. Isaiah in turns lose his family, and Coltrane in turns loses, you know, his businesses and whatnot, everything that he's worked for. So now he got to live life on the run. They had, you know, before it was over, we don't know if he got away or not, which he got away in the end, you know, but we got to wait till season 2, I'm guessing, to see what's going to really transpire. I'm really curious to see how they're going to pull season 2 off. Like, will they have another person come in and they're going to have to team up together? Will one of these guys get killed off and win? And all, I'm just curious to see how they're going to do that. But I could tell you one thing. It seemed like in every movie or series, a cop has a struggling love life, don't it? It just seemed like cops always get cheated on. They always at work, never spending time with the family, can't be there for their girl. And like I said, with Isaiah, he's putting so much effort into this case. He's missing out on time with his girl, missing out on dinners, missing out on spending time with his son. You know, his son even going to the playoffs, not even being there for games, not seeing him hit game-winning shots. And I understand that could take a toll on his wife. That could take a toll on his kid, him not being there. But they got to understand the life that he's providing for them. Not to mention, this dude got a lot of money. For a cop, this motherfucker got a lot of money. He got money to bribe people. He got money to drive a nice car, live in a nice neighborhood. And on top of that, be fresh to death while he's at work. Like, this dude got a lot of money. And mind you, they in California, so that ain't no cheap house that they got. And he's paying his daddy rent. So I understand the son's sentiments. I understand the mother's sentiments, but in every series, it seemed like it's always a wife and a child that just irks my nerves. Breaking Bad, for example. Oh my God, I could not stand the wife. I could not stand the child. For example, Noah. This dude is set up with a good life, trying to go all out his way to be like his grandpa, who he barely was around growing up. Didn't make no sense. You trying to go ass back. You trying to get in the streets. Meanwhile, you got a good house. You come from a good lifestyle. And on top of that, you in the playoffs with your basketball team. But you trying to go smoke. You trying to go be with the set. Like, it remind me of the dude from the Julio case. Like, you raising a good household, 2-parent household, but you're doing all this just for what? You know, so he trying to go get revenge. He's leaving the house when he already got brought back in safe way. Like, he just doing all this, and he can't see that his daddy is there for him every time. Every time something go down, he can't see that his daddy is there for him. Like, that's crazy. And the wife, oh my God, don't get me started on her 2-timing ass. First of all, she cheated already. Going and kiss what's his name? Go and kiss Malik. And then after that, you met back up with him to after you then got kidnapped in some way, somehow Coltrane made you think that, oh, this is all your fault. You got kidnapped. Why is you shouldn't have even went back to the house? Let the police do their work. Your son is already in safe way. Let the police do their goddamn work. You talking about goddamn Isaiah? Why is you at their house? You know? And on top of that, you know, she done got smashed by the man. Like, that's a real no. You kissed him. That's first of all, that was bad in itself. But then you have sex with him with all this going on. But everything that your husband is going through with, still got to clear his name. You gonna have sex with this dude, and this dude not even a good character to be having sex with. Like he's obviously ego driven himself, just to, he just give me bad vibes. Malik, I'm talking about. So I'm just a strong believer in before you cheat, just go ahead on and divorce me. Cause it don't seem like the relationship was gonna be right anyway until he had got that monkey off his back. But even before then, he was just still sleeping in the guest house or some other garage or whatnot. So their relationship was already rocky, you know. And that's why I always say, dog, you always want to get with somebody who, they ain't really looking at nobody else. They kind of just only got you in mind. Because when they looking at somebody else, when mad day come, they gonna always be thinking and wondering, damn, I should have went and dated him instead. And the shoulder to cry on gonna be to hop on. You know what I'm saying? So um another thing about this show, a lot of people was talking about Dion, but I think Dion did some honorable stuff. Like he went out like a gangster. I ain't gonna lie, it almost made it feel like Onions was in the room because it was giving me Queen Latifah vibes from Set It Off. One thing about me that could get me to shed a tear in the movie is when the character sacrifice himself for the greater good of the squad. That's one thing that could get me, And when Queen Latifah did what she did, that was honorable because it gave the other two a chance. When Dion did what he did, that was honorable. He was a fuck up his whole life. He couldn't get it right, but he did what he had to do to be honorable for not to let the whole crew go down with all that drugs that he took, which was crazy that he was still trying to flip it. Like if Coltrane would have told me, "Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna have all these properties in your name. I'm about to wire this 500,000 to your girl or 250,000, whatever the case was, and you're gonna have, residual money every month for the rest of your life," I'd have been good with that. But greed got him. But still was an honorable way to go out the way he did. Burnt all the evidence. He was good. The other guy, Chris, the Chinese dude, this was this dude barely was like he had no little side storyline of his own. You really don't know nothing about his personal life. The cops, nobody was around him trying to snoop and get him to talk and question him or nothing. It was almost as if he was never even involved with them. Like it was crazy how he barely was written into the story. Like they never had this dude come down to the station and talk at all. That was crazy. Other than that, man, I really did think that they was gonna do the cliche and have the captain, the black dude, the old man. I thought he was gonna be some way, somehow intertwined with Charlie. Now Charlie, that was a ruthless motherfucker right there. She got rid of every loose end. Ain't really make a damn or a difference to her. I was surprised that she ain't do nothing to her sister. I thought she was gonna try to do something to her sister. But yeah, man, the way that this went down, though, this was a damn good show, bro. I suggest anybody who didn't watch the show to go ahead on and watch it. If you like heist stuff, go ahead on and watch it. If you like plot twists and back and forthness, I think this was a damn good show. So I'm definitely looking to season 2. I'm definitely looking to see whatever the producer or the writer of this show gonna be coming out with next for us. But it was a lot of stuff done for dramatic purposes. Like I just know, goddamn, Wilder. I mean, ain't Coltrane Wilder ain't can't escape that many times like Houdini. Like he didn't got away every single time. Like you mean to tell me, just the most wanted man in LA, he come in the hospital and get away like that? Y'all ain't got no type of. If y'all had this already set up for him, y'all ain't got nothing blocked off. Like, come on, man. um. And it was just a whole bunch of convenient plot armor for a lot of these people. But it's a show. You got to have stuff done for dramatic purposes, I guess. But I do think the outfits that they was robbing, doing heisting, that was nice. I like the one with all the diamonds. I like the one when they went in the warehouse with all black looking like Spectra ninjas. I like the old 1940s outfits. I liked all that, man. I think all it was done very, very well, bro. I do. Like I said, the acting was a little corny from the cop. Gave me Tyler Perry vibes. The acting was a little corny from Dion. But I do believe that the storyline itself, the dramatic effects of it, the way the camera was set, the way it was shot, and on top of that, Stowe and Coltrane's acting, I do think a character show. I think Charlie did a phenomenal job as well. The Charlie character. Candace did a good job acting too. I think the mom Candace did a good job acting. She was just dumb, too naive. Just believing everything somebody will tell her about her husband instead of consulting with her husband. You know, like one thing about what's the other character named Ebony? She ain't trying to worry about somebody else got to say about her husband. She's going to consult with her husband, and that's the difference between the wives. You know, but it's funny how they had the light skins messing with the dark skins in this movie as far as the couple. So I mean, it's in the series as far as the couple go. But yeah, man, damn good series, man. I'm definitely looking forward to season 2. I want to know what y'all think down in the comment sections below. If there's anything I left out, put it down in the comment section. If y'all have any things that y'all noticed that I probably forgot to mention, go ahead on and put it down in the comments. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what you're waiting on. Until next time, I'm out. And if y'all got any other shows or movies that y'all recommend me to watch the review, go ahead on and put it down in the comment section.